Curtis Trades here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the BossComm IFIX435, and this is a diagnostic scanning tool for your vehicle. And this is a really awesome upgrade if you have ever used a code reader, a normal, small, simple code reader. This is a really awesome next step upgrade for your garage. And the biggest difference between this and a very standard code reader is those cheap code readers will just give you a code. What this can do is this can hook up and this can give you all the codes that a normal code reader would and more. This one can do live graph readouts. When you're driving the car along, it can put graphs out for the different metrics that your vehicle is outputting. And it can also do up to 2 metrics at once, so you can kind of see when one of those metrics is fluctuating, what happens to a different metric. So for example, you can look at some of the different outputs from the transmission, the engine, the brake systems, for example, and it just gives you a whole lot more data than a simple scanner would. And this one works for almost any make or model. It's got hundreds of different car models that it will work for. A lot of these more expensive ones that are like this, they will only work for a specific brand. If you are looking to purchase this, you can check out a link in the description. These run for about $150 on Amazon. Sometimes they have sales or coupons you can use, so check out the sales. But this is a really awesome value for what you get. This will encompass almost any vehicle you could ever find, and it will give you a lot of different information about that car, especially if you are having trouble or having check engine codes on. You can kind of figure out the root source a little bit easier and figure out how to fix it. Alright, so this comes with the cable to hook it up to your vehicle. It comes with an OBD on one end and a VGA type computer cable on the other. The other cable it comes with is it comes with a mini USB, and this is basically for doing updates, and it can update to newer system settings for the different vehicles. So before you use it on your specific vehicle, check for updates for that vehicle, and you can update it using this connected to a computer. You can also update it using Wi-Fi if you have a personal hotspot on your phone or through your internet connection at home. And then there's also a mini SD card down here that it comes with that you can update with as well. So to hook this up, on the top here, just hook up the VGA cable, and then there's 2 screw pins here. Do one on each side a little bit, that way it goes on there evenly. If you put tighten one side all the way on, it can get it a little crooked in there and mess up your pins. You're going to plug in the other side to the OBD port. Most vehicles, they're underneath the dash on the left here. Some are up higher, some are down lower, so you're just going to have to get under there and look up to find it. Plug it in. Then the unit will turn on, and then you can turn your vehicle on to check out the different diagnostics, get the scanning up there. So it's pretty simple. You just basically use the OK button and the arrows here. Escape, but generally goes back a page. So you go to diagnose, OK, then select which type of vehicle it is. This is an Asian vehicle. So then you scroll down, this is Subaru. Then this has a lot of different special functions, like it has your oil maintenance mode, injector or engine replacement, an electric computer module replacement, injector code display, fuel pump learning, injector amount learning. So there's a lot of different options that some simple scan tool won't have. This has a lot of other choices that you can do. And we're going to turn it on and do a quick test. So I just did a quick test here. It took about a minute or two, so not a super long time. It says engine control system okay, transmission, electric power steering okay. After you do the test, you can go into each system and look at it, and it can show you if it did have any check engine codes or diagnostic codes. And it didn't find anything wrong with my car. I don't have any check engine lights on or anything weird like that, so it didn't show anything, which is good. So here, this is basically temporary diagnostic codes. These are ones where if the check engine light was currently on, it will show you. Memorized are ones that it has had in the past. I did have a check engine light come on a couple weeks ago, and it's the soak timer. It basically is for if the vehicle didn't understand how long the vehicle had been off, so it doesn't know exactly how much fuel to put in when you restart the car. And so it can show you codes that have been cleared in the past, which is kind of a cool feature as well. So the next setting is the data list, and this is where you can get the readouts and the graphs. So if you go here, then turn your car on. You can look at the different settings in a graph. So engine load, it'll give out a percentage of engine load. And then you can use the FN button here to show a graph. And you can do 2 at a time. So you want to do these 2, and then hit OK. It'll show over time how they compare with each other. So the green, it shows is the coolant temp, the red is the engine load. And typically you go on a test drive while you do this, and it will record your data, and then you can look at it later. So this scanner has over 100 different data sets that you can pull from to do a live graph and compare them with each other while your car's driving. So it's nice, you can go for a test drive, set it up to record the data that you need and look at the data to see what's wrong. It gives you a lot better idea of what's going on than rather just showing you a code. So this is really awesome tool to have. I would say for most at-home mechanics, this is like the most sophisticated piece of equipment you would probably need. Anything more advanced than this is probably above your skill level, I would say. Even this, you could probably find a lot of shops using a scan tool like this. It is a really nice scan tool. It does have a lot of simple data and data that you can look at and point to a solution or something that's wrong with your vehicle to find out what's wrong. So again, this is a really awesome piece of equipment for only $150, and you get way more than a simple scan tool. Some of those basic scan tools can be almost half the cost of this. So to spend a little bit more and get a lot more data is a really good deal in my opinion. This BossComm is a really good unit. If you have any questions about it, like what scan features it has or doesn't, let me know in the comments and I can answer those questions for you.